As we continue the focus on 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, the Grace Help Centre in Mooi Nooi near the Brits area is a safe haven for abused women and children. The centre takes vulnerable women and children who have been abused, raped or trafficked. Now, after rehabilitation, the victims are released back. The centre has been operating for over 20 years now. The founder of the centre says the demand for such help centres in the Northwest continues to grow due to the demand. Our reporter Zintle Kanyane is there and she joins us live now. Zintle, a very good morning to you. So the founder of this centre says the demand is continuing. Just how many people does that centre see per day, perhaps, or even a week?
Well, Goli, we are at the Grace Help Centre today. It's a 24-hour crisis shelter that accommodates women and children that are victims of gender-based violence. Currently, this centre can accommodate about 100 people that have to stay here or that can stay here from 6 months to a year. Depending on how the healing is going. This centre has been operating for over 20 years, and the owner or the founder of the centre says as the scourge increases, the demand in areas around here continues to see women and children coming into the centre looking for help. Behind me, I have some of the victims that have come here. Some of them are just a week into these premises. Some of them have been here for a few months. And today, as the country launches 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, they want to take a stand and they want to make their voice heard. I want to bring in one of the victims that are here, and then after we will show you what they've written in the placards behind her. I want to bring in Thulisile into the conversation. Thuli, thank you. When did you come here and what brought you to this place?
Well, I've been here for a month now, and the reason why I came here was because of the situation I had back where I was staying, and also the things that I've been through. So when I thought of like going through the stuff again, I just told myself, let me just walk. I did not know where I was walking to. I was just walking from Joburg to here. And along the way, I found people giving me lifts and stuff. And then until this lady actually was telling me that what you're doing is not going to help you because you're going to end up in the streets being killed by someone or something. And then she took me to the police station, and that's when they brought me here.
I'm sorry to take you a little bit back to that painful time, but what pushed you uhambe from Joburg all the way to the Northwest? What was so pressing in the situation you were in that made you uthathe such a drastic step yokuthi ubaleke uhambe indlela ende kangaka?
Okay, I'll be honest with you. I can say I'm a survivor of the system of prostitution. So within the system, you get clients that will beat you up, someone that will actually want you to have you by force. Sometimes, there was a time when I was actually raped by 18 men because someone just took me and said they're going to give me money, and then not knowing that they're going to be other guys out there. So that situation, I didn't want to be there again. So it was I'm done. So that's why I just said, let me just walk away from the life of Joburg and just walk, not knowing where I'll be going.
What help have you, when you walk through those gates, looking for help, desperate, what kind of help did you find when you came here?
So the nice thing about here is that they didn't send me back, and they didn't even want to know what happened to me. They just said you are a woman and you seem like you're in a vulnerable situation, so they accommodated me. And then that's when now, when speaking to the social worker, one-on-one, that's when now you get the help. And also seeing that there are other women who are also in your situation and different from your situation. They've been beaten up, they've been being abused. So, and when we talk and talking about these issues, it raises awareness. And also sometimes we ask ourselves, why did you stay? And you see that it's about money, it's about us as women being vulnerable in this country, and women that we can't even afford to look after ourselves and our children, so we stay in these situations.
If you had a chance, Thuli, to speak to somebody that was in the situation you were in and advise them, what would you say to them?
I would say I know it's difficult, but then as women we have to stay strong. Remember, women are the strongest human beings, you know. We give birth, we carry a child for 9 months, we nurture the children, we do everything. So just to keep strong and do not compromise your happiness because of somebody else. Just stay strong and feel happy before you make other people happy.
I just want to ask you a rather personal question now. What led you to prostitution?
With me, it was family issues, being all by myself, having no one to speak to, and, you know, also having dreams. And then also being naive because I was still young, and meeting these glamorous people who would actually they hook you in, you know. So, and they used me because I was still young, and I was the one who was actually generating more money. So yeah, I didn't just wake up and say I'm going there. It happened really I was just in a vulnerable position. Because I don't think that anyone wakes up and say, today I want to be this. No, it doesn't happen like that.
In your life as a prostitute, what were some of the painful experiences you went through? When you look back, what are some of the things that really weighs heavy in your heart when you look back from where you are coming from?
The fact that your body, the minute someone takes out money, you don't own your body anymore because he can do whatever he wants with it. And the fact that you lose self-respect, I lost all my friends along the way, the friends I grew up with, because I could see that the lifestyle I'm living, I was ashamed, you know. And also, you lose your dreams, you lose who you are. You don't have dreams anymore because this is the life that is now upon you. You can't do anything else. This is you, who you are. Even if you go to a restaurant, you don't have the dream of being the waiter or something. Your dream is your life is just there, and you become someone that you are not because you have to act every day that you are this person, but you're not this person. And it's not something that I would even wish upon my worst enemy because it's not nice. Sometimes just you get someone who would force you to do things, you see. And we always say, my body is my property, but in that situation, you just lose control of who you are. And also being raped, and also just people coming along, swearing at you, and you know, because there's nothing, everyone thinks that it's immoral to be in the system.
Thank you so much, Thuli, for sharing your story. We appreciate it on Newzroom Afrika. You know, Koli, this is a reality for a lot of women in South Africa, and Thuli is just one of many that at least she can speak about her experiences and she can share her story. Behind me are some of the victims. They come from different backgrounds. Thuli, let me move out of shot. These are the women that are here. We told it's about 16 of them that are accommodated in this crisis center, and you can see most of them are wearing black in solidarity, and they're calling for an end to gender-based violence. A lot of them have fled from their husbands, from their boyfriends. They ran in the middle of the night looking for help, desperate for help. And today, as the country launches 16 days of activism, they want to take a stand and they want to have their word heard and their voice heard, calling for the stop or for the scourge to stop, essentially, and for the end of gender-based violence and femicide that we see happening throughout the country.
Ezinhle Kanyane, thank you very much. And that story of that young woman gone into prostitution, at one point raped by 18 men. You've got to stop and think about this. What's going on in our country? What is happening? We need to take a moment, pause, as the president has said. Let's remember what is going on in our country. Let's do something about it.